Daniel Lippman covers the White House for Politico, and he joins me now live from Washington. Thanks so much for being with us, Daniel. I mean, first, I want to get your take on this book in general. Is it compelling reading?
Well, it was actually pretty dry most of the time because we know a lot of these different things. We know that Trump has narcissistic qualities. We know that he is not prone to telling the truth too much, or that he, is obsessed with himself and only cares about himself in many ways. And so that was not a new revelation. And so the writing left something to be desired. But it's a pretty quick read, and it was definitely very interesting to get the perspective of a member of Trump's own family.
Right. It's amazing because no matter how much is exposed, via books like this and other accounts about the psychology of the president and everything you've noted that's well known, it doesn't seem to change the psychology of his supporters. They still support him. So obvious question, I guess, is this book actually going to change anything in the public arena?
I don't think it's going to change too much because there's going to be a lot of tell-all books, and there have been already for the last 3 years, basically. And so I don't think most people's minds will change. I think the biggest issue that Trump has to worry about is his base not expanding and him not getting enough voters to beat Biden in 2020. And so there's a sense of fatigue among many Trump staffers, but also supporters who they're not that. There's no second-term agenda. We don't know what Trump wants to do for the next 4 years if he's reelected.
Right.
And so that's a big issue he has to figure out.
Right. So going into the election now, if that book and all the other accounts really haven't damaged his support base at all, I need to ask you what you make of the Supreme Court ruling today and the fact that his tax records will now be given to New York prosecutors. I don't know. Do you think that could have any detrimental effect going forward, or is it come too late for the election anyway?
Well, journalists have been asking for Trump's taxes since he first announced 5 years ago, and so we're going to have to wait a little bit longer too. But I think if there's revelations that get out in the public that he cheated on his taxes or that he had foreign funds more readily available from Russian banks or other financial entities outside of the U.S., that could prove damaging. But the news cycle is so fast that these things kind of wash away after a while. But the cumulative impact of all of this stuff is what's damaging to Trump. So it's every little piece hurts.
Okay, Daniel Lippman, we're going to have to leave it there. Thanks so much for your insight from Washington. We appreciate it.